Welcome back to the Benchwarmers. It's your host, Jacob Matherne, and your co-host, Gabe Caraway. Happy, technically Wednesday for y'all. It's Tuesday for us. Man, I tell you, it's been a good day. School got canceled, remote. I don't know, canceled for Gabe, remote for me.
Yeah, and tomorrow too.
Oh, lucky. I had two Zoom classes
I didn't have
today.
classes.
I had two Zoom classes today and a Zoom class tomorrow. Had to wake up at 7:30 this morning to go to do a Zoom class. And I sat there wanting to shoot myself at every point of time I had. It was a snow day, of course. I think it's been all around the country. So I hope you all had a great snow day. I threw a lot of snowballs and took two naps. One nap ended up in me in a chair flipped over. Another nap ended up with chairs on top of me. But that was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. I don't think Gabe did anything on a snow day per usual. Gabe, do you remember when?
Chilled.
Do you remember when it was like the last snow day that you came over to my house and we just like kept going inside and outside at my old house in the barn?
Blacktop. We think we played. Did we play Ghosts? Maybe
we did play Ghosts. Played Ghosts for a long time. Good gosh.
No. World War II is the other house. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that would have been Ghosts. Yeah, the house.
Played a lot of Ghosts that day. But yeah, this
map wasn't even that good, but I had that house.
And we ran that house. Ran it.
We did.
Of course, this is the first snow day I've seen like that much since I was like 8 in Alabama when I used to live there. Whew, that was a great. I remember just getting stuck in church when I was younger. But of course, yesterday or technically Monday, it was the national championship. Dude, I low key did not watch like half of it. That game was actually kind of ass.
It was to the end, really.
Note analysts, by the way, Gabe and Jacob pointing out the wrong team per usual.
At least they made it close at the end. That's okay.
They did. I mean, I give effort to Riley Leonard. Marcus Freeman is a bum coach. Never compare him to. Actually, keep comparing to Brian Kelly at his time because they're the exact same people. And Ohio State, you're not 2019 LSU. If I see that one more time on my Twitter feed, I'm gonna kill someone.
It's been bad. I've been seeing that everywhere.
It's plain and simple. I do shout out Jeremiah Smith. We all know that he was gonna go off today. Shout out Will Howard. I'll give him some credit here. He kind of impressed me. I'll give him some. He went like 12 for 12. But I mean, when you have that guy Quinshon Junkins with you, I guess he's pretty good.
Henderson, too.
Yeah, Henderson too. I mean, Emmanuel Doku went off. Cardell Tate as a wide receiver 3 is unfair. And of course, I want to shout out Jaden Greathouse of Notre Dame. 6 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Absolute dog. But the big thing why Notre Dame lost, they did not establish the run. Riley Leonard was their only really running back as Jeremiah Love.
I saw that first drive. They ran well on the first drive. They took 6 minutes or something? 8 minutes?
Yeah.
That was a long drive.
And then it went straight downhill from there. Jeremiah Love couldn't, of course, had an injury, so he can't really do much. And outside of him, there's not really good running backs. I guess you have Riley Leonard carried the ball 17 times. Shout out the wear and tear, all red on that man. He was going through it. I'll give him all the credit in the world. But overall, this was an awful game, awful national championship.
Yeah.
Like maybe a 4 out of 10, I'll give it. And so, yeah. Do you have any more thoughts on it, Gabe?
Yeah, Will Howard was impressive. Natty MVP.
Yeah.
231 yards, almost 60 rushing, 2 touchdowns. I think it was like 80-something percentage. Not who I would have picked to win the MVP for the game. Beforehand, I mean. But after, I mean, I didn't really see. Maybe Judkins, I don't know. I think Will Howard deserved it. It's time that to get some respect. He's been pretty mid to below average this season. So I think in the playoff he's playing very well.
I agree.
Notre Dame, they just can't win the biggest games. I don't remember their last claimed national title. I think it was the 80s. They had some unclaimed ones in the 90s, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then they got close in 2012, I want to say it was. They made the game.
I want to say close.
The game itself was not close. It was absolute blowout, BTA, whatever you want to say.
A game was football was played that day.
Yeah. That was a back-to-back bad national championships, 2011 and 2012. Oof.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I guess BK wasn't the problem. Fans were saying he was the only problem, and Notre Dame should be consistent champions. That didn't really work out. It's still Notre Dame, so they're always going to lose these games. But I guess good on them. Had a good year. They got there, clap it up, I suppose. My team didn't, so whatever.
I'll give them some respect. But now we have to wait 216 days until college football again. Sad. Yeah. We go ahead and then definitely be watching. I think Dublin thinks Iowa State and Kansas State in Dublin. I want to say.
Ooh. I just want to see Trey Stewart run the football again. Watch some Jacksonville State games, hopefully next year.
I miss Caleb Jackson already. We'll talk about him probably next week, hopefully. But we're just gonna go straight to the NFL pod as we going on here. If you're with us, like, subscribe, share. Do all that good jazz, as I always say. Should be an hour.
This should be a short one.
It should be a short one.
But it should. It should. In theory.
It should. In our notes, it should. But
it's very short.
Hopefully. Hope y'all have been liking the real content, the overall graphics that we've been making. We've been trying to really upgrade our stuff out of vanilla because that would have made us burn out really quickly. Shout out Quando
it was pretty
Dingle.
bad before.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out Quando Dingle. Took a nap on him earlier. My dog, for real. And it's just because I don't have anything with me today.
I think it's a new green one.
Oh, go ahead,
This was the summer one, but they made it the green one. I think they do that. I already opened it, so.
How is it?
It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Fair enough.
I don't know what an elderflower is or puruba, but they're good.
Yep. I don't have any Dr. Pepper with me today. I kind of drink my last one, so I'm very sad. Probably gonna get some when I get paid. But
dude,
get paid for a while. Oh gosh.
Drinking out Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Oh, it's coming out soon.
Oh gosh. So me and Gabe
summer freeze in the summer. Oh.
Me and Gabe are known drinking enthusiasts. By the way, Pepsi is better than Coke. We're gonna go straight into this now. All right, NFL pod. So we're going straight to the news.
I don't like either of them, so I don't really care.
That's fair. Straight to the news here. The big news of the weekend. Ben Johnson to the Bears. I think I saw this one coming from a mile away. I think everybody saw this coming from a mile away. And it kind of makes sense as it does. Ben Johnson actually looking to hire Dennis Allen as his defensive coordinator, which is a great move, of course, because as a head coach, Dennis Allen was awful. As a defensive coordinator, he's really good. So shout out Ben Johnson, shout out the Bears. This should help Caleb Williams out a lot. Should help that offense out a lot. Along with get some offensive alignment and a running back that Ben Johnson likes because he forced DeAndre Swift out of Detroit. So hopefully they get something going on there. And if they hire Dennis Allen, then that would help the defense a lot, which is already a top 10 defense in theory on paper. And with a good defense coordinator, it will bring them to a top 10 in my eyes.
Yeah, their run defense was bad this year.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. And Dennis Allen,
they have an elite corner. That's good. Kevin Byard was actually decent this year, from what I heard.
Kevin Byard was decent this year. Decent this year. Oh my gosh. And anything else want to add on the Ben Johnson move?
Made a good move. Offensive minded guy, best offensive coordinator in the league. I thought it was gonna be Raiders. I think it kind of sounds like that was the top two options. This one, there's more to be excited about if I'm Ben Johnson, but I don't think Vegas would have been a bad move, even if there was it's pretty much a clean slate. I think either was a good move, but I think this one in the end is going to be the better move. I'm not expecting instant like division contention, especially in that division, which is full of frauds. But I still project those three teams to be better than the Bears next year, depending on what happens with the Vikings.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good move. The next thing we also have, we're talking about the defensive coordinator.
This is not
Lou Anarumo got fired. I think it was last week? I don't know. By the Bengals.
Sometime like that.
And the Colts picked him up, and they're hiring him as their defensive coordinator. Under Gus Bradley last year, the Colts were 24th in opponent points per game, 26th in pass defense, 24th in run defense, 26th in opponents' touchdowns allowed, and they were 25th in sacks. So bad. Got better towards the end of the year. Beginning of the year, they were like arguably the worst in the league. They got slightly better, still, in the bottom of all those categories. But I think it was the right move to get rid of Gus Bradley. Even after just 3 years, I think time to move on. And I think Lou Anarumo, despite the year he had, I do trust what he's done in the past. It was a bad year. It was a really bad, stinky, horrible year. But he had really good years in Cincinnati. So I do trust him. There's not a lot to work with on the Colts defense, if I have to be honest. I can't name their second corner. I'm sorry. I really can't. Julius Brents was there, but I think is he injured? I'm not sure. That's the only other guy I can name really in the secondary outside of Kenny Moore. So there's not a lot to work with, but I think it's a good move for the Colts, unfortunately, as a division rival.
I would disagree. I do not think it's a good move.
I think
I don't.
I don't think 1 year is gonna tell the story.
But this year was so bad. Dude, this is almost a historically bad year.
But let's look at the players he had though.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that. But the Colts defense is not any better. Like that's the thing.
I know.
Like maybe if they go sign people and do all these things, but having the 32nd ranked defense.
Colts D-line's better. Outside of Trey Hendrickson. more complete.
Yeah. I do agree with that. But I'm telling you, 32nd ranked defense was if you have a top 20 defense, the Bengals make the playoffs, the Bengals make a deep run in the playoffs, and we're all sitting here now debating if Joe Burrow should be MVP instead of Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. But ultimately, when you're sitting at it, you're thinking, wait, 32nd ranked deep. That's I understand what he did in the past. I do. I really do. I don't think this was the right hire for the Colts at least. Maybe for a better defense, I will give them it, but not for the Colts.
They can improve in the offseason.
That's fair. This may be
the Bengals are never going to spend money, and the Colts have a bad GM, but they're at least slightly better than the Bengals front office, who never ever spends money in free agency.
Yeah, I don't think remember a time of them doing that besides Trey Hendrickson. Sad.
Yeah, that was an L.
But yeah, we're gonna move on here to the Vikings. We talked about it earlier for a moment. They gave Kevin O'Connell a multi-year extension. Completely worth it. This is a really
Coach
good
of the year.
move. Yeah, he brought, I think, a pretty mid roster. I'm not gonna lie, the roster's pretty mid.
He brought Sam Darnold to look like a top quarterback most this year, so he did something right.
Yeah, I do agree with that. This is. I feel like Sam Darnold's had the year when Matt Hasselbeck got paid those $80 million. I'll have one good year. I think that's what Sam Darnold's about to do. I came with that earlier in my mind. And shout out Kevin O'Connell. He makes the Vikings better than they actually are. The defense, of course, isn't mostly him. He's the offensive really guy in my mind, if I believe. Brian Flores handled most of the defense. And I'm pretty sure they're going to bring Brian Flores back. I think they should.
He could take a job. I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
I wouldn't be surprised either. But also, I would, because he was not a good head coach. He was not a good head coach at all. But Shout out Kevin O'Connell. He makes the Vikings. He will keep carrying the Vikings every single year. He made Kirk Cousins look like Jesus Christ in some games. And he made Sam Darnold look like the second coming of Jesus Christ in some games. And that's really all to say for it.
Yeah. Great move. I don't know. I feel like this seems like a no-brainer. 34-17 record. He's got 2 playoff appearances. Second most wins in franchise history was this past year. They won 14 games. Didn't end the season the way they wanted to. 2 really bad losses to end the year. But I think this was a no-brainer extension. Seeing teams, I saw rumors, I don't remember when this was, before the season ended. It was like Vikings could look to trade Kevin O'Connell, and I was like, no, I don't really believe that, but I did see that in several places. So glad they didn't do that. They are not the team that needs to trade their coach if that was to happen, which is very rare. Trying to remember when that happened. The last time that someone traded their head coach. I feel like it was surprisingly recent, now that I think about it.
I think Sean Payton to the Broncos.
Yeah,
I know that one for sure. Oh, that was a great day when that happened. Yeah, we're going to move on here. I just saw this today as they were recording. Josh McDaniels expected to sign back with the Pats for the offensive coordinator. I really don't know what this does, to be honest. I feel like he's only good as the Patriots offensive coordinator, as we've learned that in the past. But
Vrabel's going to tell him to run the ball. We all know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's exactly what's going to happen.
This doesn't really come much from it. I still hate Josh McDaniels with all my heart. This guy is a bum of all bums, and I don't know if you have any much to say. I think it was just a move. That's all I would say. It was a move.
It was a buddy hire, and that's what Vrabel does. We're not surprised. He'll bring in another old friend of his that isn't good. Shane Bowen as defensive coordinator wouldn't surprise me. So they can give up 1 million third down conversions next year and suck.
You would know that all too well, huh?
2020 third down Titans defense was the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. It was basically a first down, no matter who lined up. You should give them the first down.
That's fair enough.
God.
But yeah, that's what we know from all the news right now. If there's anything that pops up within the next 15 minutes to an hour, we'll say something about it. But right now, we're going to move on to what happened, of course, this weekend was the divisional games. Low-key, 2 games were good. Rest of the games were kind of cheeks. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
We're going to first start with the first really not so good, trashy game of the week. It's probably the worst game that happened this weekend was the Texans at Chiefs. Only thing you can say is the refs. Oh yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes. Roger Goodell is like making sure to put the Chiefs in the conference championship just because it makes money. A lot of this, and this brings in a lot more of people and money, of course, because it's this. Texans, you're low-key. You were the second worst team in this playoffs, behind, right in front of the Chargers. This doesn't surprise me how this happened. The Texans' defensive line, though, is legit. I think we can say that now.
Yeah,
they were giving that two All Pros in that on that defensive line, offensive line, a lot of troubles, but kind of for the most part, Joe Mixon's good. CJ Stroud is good? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to CJ Stroud. Yeah, I think he's good. I do think he's good. He's a sophomore slump. But of course the Chiefs are going to chief. Travis Kelce is going to be pretty much Rob Gronkowski in the playoffs. He's one of the best he's probably the best playoff tight end to ever come through this league. It's no way in or about it. Him or Gronk is probably 1 and 2. But the big thing that does worry me with the Chiefs is their defense. The Texans had 336 total yards and 33 minutes of possession. That is to the Chiefs, 212 yards and 26 minutes possession. Again, Chiefs got bailed out, and Roger Gold got more of this, and Texans go home and get to like heal up. They need to heal up. They need people to come back. So hopefully, yeah. I'll let you if you want to say anything else on it because it was low-key an awful game.
Nah, I think we covered that one pretty well.
I'll let you go and start out with the Commanders-Lions game. I know you were excited for it.
Yeah. Did get my pick right. I didn't expect it to happen like this, but I knew the Commanders were going to have a chance to win this if they played the way that they've been doing all year. And then also, Goff having 3 interceptions helped. Also a fumble lost too. So 5 turnovers for the Lions in this game. Not good, bad, real bad. They did that against the Texans earlier in the year. They still won. Can't really do that against the Commanders. They're not the Texans. They capitalized pretty much every time. They took one of those picks back for pick 6. Pretty much never really looked out of sorts on offense for most of this game. Jaden was playing and I think he's, at this point, probably a top 8 quarterback, maybe top 6, you can argue. Just looked calm, never really lost his cool. I saw the field really well in this game. Terry was getting open downfield again, sort of like he did last week. He had a really good run after catch for like 50 yards or something like that. De'Ami Brown, we're here. This is great. 3rd in playoff receiving yards.
They still haven't extended my application yet.
Yeah, no, it should be hopefully by next episode you'll get it back. But I'm still here. This is great. It's just great to see. Commanders move on. Lions. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose both your coordinators.
Yeah.
You still have Jared Goff, who's good, who's still good. Let's not act like he isn't, but he's just not gonna. He's not gonna bring you. I don't think he's good enough to bring you to the Super Bowl, and win it. Definitely. I just think the Lions' defense is no doubt injured. Everybody knows the injuries they've been going through, but you still have to credit the Commanders for going on the road like that against the top seed. And really, I don't even know if the game was that close as the score says. It felt like more for most of it. They were pretty much able to do everything they wanted against the Lions.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. There's a lot to come from the Lions season. Jahmyr Gibbs is, of course, I think a top 5 running back after these stupid weeks he's been going with David Montgomery being out. Amon-Ra St. Brown is, of course, still better than De'Ami Brown. James Williams air humped the sideline after a touchdown. That was something. That was definitely something. And of course, the interception. Gosh, I saw an interview of James Williams. I heard this man is probably the dumbest NFL player I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. The comments of the throw were saying, "Why don't you just run the ball? You have 99 speed or whatever." But when you really think about it, this guy's absolutely not very smart in any interviews. So he's not gonna think logically. He's gonna, of course, throw the ball because he's a wide receiver and they get to do it. I think the shifts changed after Jared Goff threw his first interception. Of course, went back for a pick 6. By I want to say it was Mike Strenzel. No, it was Quinion Martin. That's what it was. Quan Martin. Yeah, I do remember that now. And of course, he got laid out by one of the defensive tackles. I don't know who it was, but dude got.
No, it's Frankie Louvu.
It was Frankie
Louvu killed him.
That's what it was.
Yeah, he got him. He got him.
Dude, that was bad. I know that feeling.
Later.
I know that feeling all too well in my life. But I think after that, it's just a concussion definitely happened on that play. That or some sort of brain boggling thing. Trust me, been there, done that. Have 4 of them. And of course, you bring on Teddy Two Gloves, my guy for real.
Yeah, he sucks. He's bad.
Yeah, he's not good.
He's bad.
Why not hidden hooker? Whatever.
He's bad. No, he's bad. He's a one-read guy. I mean,
bring back hidden hooker, please. I love him. But Commanders, guys, bring it home. We're almost there. It's got to be the Eagles, and we can have a great Super Bowl in my life.
Do not need Philly fans in the Super Bowl again.
Especially down in New Orleans. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. Dommy Brown, of course. I'll admit it. You're good. Please let me in.
You'll have to wait.
Please let me in.
You'll have to wait.
Hopefully next NFL episode, I'll have like a paper saying Dommy Brown fan club. Jane Daniels is him. We knew that. Bo Nix. I think that debate's been going back since college. If you think about it.
There's that old. It's a famous Twitter comment. It was like, "Shut up about Jaden Daniels' Heisman hype. He couldn't hold a clipboard at Oregon or Washington."
Dude,
I was like, "Oh, thank you, buddy."
I saw that tweet a few days ago. I see the comments under it. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Man, shout out Brian Robinson, of course. I love that man. And we're gonna move on here to the next game, which was the Rams at Eagles. Dude, another snooze. I picked it.
The ending was good. Good.
I picked the Rams to win. Jalen Hurts. I will say this now. Of course, I said it began last episode. Jalen Hurts is not good. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. He's never has been. He never will be. I will stand on that until the day I die. Saquon Barkley, on the other hand,
and the O-line,
he is pretty good. The offensive line is pretty good. Jake Elliott, besides extra points, is decent, I guess. That was rough. That was rough. But I'm not gonna take anything away from the Rams. They had to go into Philly, which is probably the most hostile environment in the NFL, in my eyes. Matthew Stafford is a dog. Always have and always will be. Puka Nacua,
pick.
Puka Nacua, I'll say more about you later. But of course, as a star, probably a top 5, top 3 wide receiver in the league. Depends how you look at it. I'm definitely top 10 for sure. Cooper Kupp makes some big catches. Kyron Williams is consistent as always. Shout out Tyler Higbee for having to catch a touchdown. But I didn't really speak a lot of this game. It was really the Saquon show, just like it was back in week 11. That sounds right. Let me make sure for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, the offensive player of the year, of course. He probably could have won MVP if he put the numbers up last year. Probably won MVP. Had a really good case of it, but this really wasn't that good of a game leading up to the end, where Saquon just rips off a random 78-yard touchdown run, and of course Jake Elliott missed a field goal. And of course Puka starts going stupid, catches everything everywhere, and comes up. I think it was like 3 yards short of someone's parlay for like $104,000. Saw that on my Twitter feed. Shout out that guy for real. But yeah, that's all I have to say for the game. I really want to get to the next one. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think we got the Hurts hate in, so that's good.
Yeah.
He had a long touchdown run, so that was good.
I don't care.
That was actually a pretty good run.
Don't care.
Saquon was running free most of the game. It was kind of like the last time they played. Jared Verse was elite this game. And overall, the Rams D-line was pretty good. Jalen Hurts was taking a lot of time to make his decisions, and that caused some of the sacks. The safety was Jalen Hurts' fault. I don't care that he injured his knee the drive before. He had time. He looked like he froze. I don't know. You got to get rid of that. Looked like Saquon was open in the flat next to him, but maybe he couldn't see him. I don't know. 65 passing yards. even before it was snowing in the second half. A.J. Brown played a really bad game. He had several drops. One, I think, at the end that could have really sealed it if he caught it. So it was a bit uncharacteristic of him. Stafford was impressive. Kupp was a non-factor. Made a couple catches down the stretch that were good. Puka did his thing. We've been over that. 2 turnovers. Stafford fumbled. Kyron fumbled. And really, you can't allow. I mean, the Eagles averaged 8.4 on the ground. Can't allow that to happen. Commanders take notes. Even though Saquon has cooked them in their 2 matchups this year, they're going to have to limit that. Definitely below this number that the Rams allowed. But now it's time for the game. Oh, yeah. This is the game right now.
Can I say it, please? Please let me say it. Mark Andrews, buddy, go get witness protection, like, ASAP. You're going to need it. I'm not going to say I hate you because this isn't the first time this happened before. So, dude, this game was good. This game was really good. Definitely, I feel like it could have been better scoring, but of course it was snowing. This does not. Josh Allen, low key, did not play that good. I will state on that. Even though Lamar Jackson had the 2 turnovers, I will give him that. He still outplayed him. Plain and simple. Lamar Jackson looked like the MVP that he should be. Derrick Henry didn't go stupid this game. He had a measly 84 yards, which we're saying that's like a bad down game.
Second half, first half was bad. Second half, he was good.
Yeah. Oh, Mark Andrews, man. I have notes right here in my notes. Mark Andrews, please seek help. Please seek Stickum. Oh, yeah. I remember I was right here now. Of course, stick them on your gloves. He had a fumble late in the game that set up a Bills touchdown to take the lead. And then he had the drop 2-point conversion that would have tied the game. That sat me like, how do you drop that? I think I could have caught that, and I'm an offensive lineman.
Mason Taylor would have caught that. Let me tell you. Mason Taylor catching that shit.
Mason Taylor is catching that. Shout out Isaiah Likely. He is the best tight end on the Ravens. I will put my money on that. Not saying like performance wise, but skill wise, he is. Shout out Rashawn Bateman. He stepped up when Zay Flowers, of course, was out this game. So there were now to the Bills. James Cook had a really not so good game on James Cook standards as well. 17 carries, 67 yards. That is 3.9 rush yards average. The only three touchdowns scored outside of Josh Allen was Ray Davis. Shout out him. He's been pretty good this year. Josh Allen is not MVP. I will go ahead and defend that day of my life. I'll just read his stat line. 16 for 22, 127 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 86.7 passer rating. 10 carries, 20 yards, and of course the 2 touchdowns. But I mean, honestly, I can't really give him any other downfall. His wide receivers are really not that good. I mean, you have Khalil Shakur and Keon Coleman who can turn to good players, but you're still looking for
Mark Cooper's like mid now too.
Yeah, he's Mark Cooper's not good.
He might be washed actually.
Which kind of sucks because I do remember getting torched by Mark Cooper in the fantasy football championship a few years back, 2 years back, I want to say.
Remember that.
In my awards, I got Amari Cooper. And of course, Tyler Bass is turned into a top 3 kicker per usual. And I don't know if you want to say much more on it. I'll let you go and go now. Look over a lot of the base stuff.
The Bills, it was interesting. They had more time of possession in this game, but they had only 273 yards. And the Ravens had 416. Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. Also, the Ravens turned it over. So a couple of those drives where they had yards, they ended up, not mattering because the drive didn't end in any points. The Lamar turnovers were bad. I feel like I'm kind of seeing people make excuses. The throw deep downfield to nobody for an interception.
Yeah, that was his worst throw all year.
Really bad. The fumble where he was trying to scramble and just dropped it. That was bad. Obviously, if Mark Andrews doesn't fumble, they probably aren't in a 2-point situation. But then also, if Mark Andrews catches the 2-point conversion, we're talking about potentially an overtime win for the Ravens. I would have felt pretty confident picking them to win in overtime too. The running game was getting going at that point. Lamar led the sort of volunteer receiver group down the field and had a chance to send it to overtime. And it was kind of out of his hands at that point. It was similar earlier in the year. They played the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and I think it was a 2-point conversion. He tried to hit Mark Andrews. It was a very similar thing.
Yeah.
That was a bad throw. It was kind of out of reach. This one was, you have to make that if you're getting paid as an NFL starting tight end. It was right there for him. So, yeah, Lamar, he played good. The 2 turnovers were bad. And then also, obviously, we're here to credit the Bills shutting down the Ravens' run game in the first half. Second half, Derrick Henry is a thing, and he started to get going. But it ended up still winning, even only having a significantly fewer number of total yards. So you feel pretty good if Josh Allen doesn't have to play superhero, and you can win against a good Ravens team at home going into next week, which we'll talk about in, I guess, a few minutes.
Yeah. Overall, one really bad, not so good game, and then the other 3, one really cinema, one decent cinema, and then was just a really good game just to watch. But these next 2 conference championship games should just be absolute cinemas no matter how you look at it. It's Commanders, Eagles, and of course the 3rd rematch in the conference championship, Bills and Chiefs, I want to say.
I think so.
That sounds about right. Let's first go straight to the Commanders Eagles game. Of course, we're gonna do our picks and why we're picking them. Do our normal stuff. I'm gonna go. I think I gotta pick hot streak here. I gotta pick the better all around team. Unfortunately, which hurts to say, I do have to pick the Eagles in this game. Even though what Commanders just did to the Lions, it will happen again against the Eagles. I'll put money on that. I think Saquon goes for another 100, at least 150 yard game. Even though I don't like Jalen Hurts at all, I think he does kind of step it up. He kind of needs to step it up in this game. This is a kind of not so good Commanders secondary in my eyes. They did give Jared Goff struggles, which could really give them Jalen Hurts struggles. But I think
he's better than Hurts.
I do agree. No, that's no way about it. I think just all in all, Eagles are just most complete team. It's not what I want. I just have to go logically here. If I want fun, I will pick the Commanders, but I think logically I have to do the Eagles, of course. But it's what it is.
I'm going to do the Commanders. There's no pick 'em, so I don't have anything to lose, really.
That's true.
I'd just rather take the fun pick. I don't think it's impossible that the Commanders could win this game. They won the second matchup in the regular season. Hurts went down that game, so Kenny Pickett had to step in. Then the first matchup they had, it wasn't. Most of that game wasn't out of reach till the second half, if I remember correctly. But they did shut down the Commanders' offense. They looked really bad. But I think it's fair to say that was kind of that was very earlier in the year. I think Jaden's gotten better since then. So I do think because he was kind of rattled in that game, I think we'll see closer to what we saw when they beat him in Washington, where Jaden had a really good game. Did have 2 interceptions in that game, but he had 5 touchdowns, and I don't remember the yardage. But I think we're going to see him a little more calm this time around. Outside of the loss that they had, I think we're going to see an improvement. Saquon does have 296 rushing yards in the 2 matchups against the Commanders. Gibbs was able to run very well last week, so it would be a shock if they were able to kind of bottle him up and make Hurts win by passing, which is what you want to do. It's easier said than done. It's going to have to be – the only way I see the Commanders really winning is if it is a shootout and their offense is just clicking and the Eagles can move the ball with their running game and, play action. Hurts can make a couple plays. I do think the Commanders could win in that situation. They turned it over 5 times in that matchup that they won, and they were still able to win. Obviously, Hurts was out, but Commanders getting 4 sacks in the last time they played as well in that game. And then they were able to disrupt Jared Goff pretty well, kind of get him out of rhythm. And obviously, we saw he made some bad plays. It's kind of the same thing the Rams did. They were able to get pressure on Jalen Hurts, and he's not good at passing anyway, but they specifically made him look really bad by getting all the pressure that they did against their O-line, which was surprising. Although I would take the Rams D-line over the Commanders D-line. That's going to be a thing that they're going to have to do if they want to have a chance.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Like I'm going to root for the Commanders because obviously we want Jane Daniels at New Orleans again. That'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. Oh, make my heart happy.
The turnout would be insane.
I do remember PFF's like one of the later mock drafts where they had Jane Daniels going 9th to the Saints. What a time! What a time! What a time to be alive.
Would y'all have taken him? That's the question.
No Mickey Loomis. Yeah. No Mickey Loomis.
And Derek Carr's big contract would have played a factor, I think.
No, knowing Mickey Loomis, he does not draft LSU players. We all saw Patrick Queen and Cesar Ruiz still make me mad. We took Cesar Ruiz, a Michigan center in the first round, over this really good linebacker at LSU. Patrick Queen. Have you ever heard of him? I've heard of him. I think he's pretty good. Cesar Ruiz is actually about to be cut. I think he is cut. I just don't remember. And Patrick Queen is, of course, a pretty good linebacker.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
y'all could have taken Christian Fulton too. I remember that, and then we took him, and we ultimately regretted that because he's terrible. He's not good.
He would have been better than Cesar Ruiz, but that's just me.
Maybe
that probably just me being hated.
Fulton's really bad. He's so bad. Chargers fans are finding out.
At least it's not Isaiah Wilson.
Why do we have to do this?
We're going to move on here to the Bills and Chiefs. This is the 3rd, 4th, 5th time. This feels like the Warriors and Cavaliers in that one video with going to the NBA championship where LeBron turned into a cyborg at the end. I'm going to have the Bills in this game. Not actually being fun. I'm actually going to be smart about this pick. Josh Allen has not been good versus technically the top wide receivers in the league. That's a known fact. That's a known stat. But just being Lamar Jackson in a really close game, and you're going to go play in a weather that favors you, I'm gladly will take the Bills in this game. Josh Allen won't be outmatched Patrick Mahomes in any aspect. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. That fact still stays known in my mind. But I think Josh Allen can outplay him in this game if he plays his cards right. If the defense can stop Travis Kelce and stop whatever they're going to do on offense, I think the Bills will have a good chance if they get if they get a run game going at all. Knowing the Chiefs, they're gonna force to stop that run and make Josh Allen throw, which I think I'll be okay with. I'm okay with Josh Allen throwing the ball. But yeah, I'm at Bills in this game as well. I'm stuffed.
I'll text you after what just happened.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you mentioned Kelce. They held them to 2 catches in the regular season when they played. The Bills obviously won that game. So, and I don't know that was Matt Milano back at that point either.
He was not.
I can't remember. So yeah, that bodes well. That's against the Texans. He's kind of the only person that was doing anything in the receiving end. That being said, don't let Xavier Worthy run a straight line down the field. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. But I think they can focus in on Kelsey. That's got to be key. Always is in the playoffs. The refs are going to try their best, obviously. But I do think the Bills, this is going to be the one that they finally beat them and move on past them in the playoffs. I hope so, at least. We'll see.
Gosh, I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. Dude, I don't know. I love I don't mind the Chiefs. I don't mind them at all. But
I still like Mahomes.
I do like Mahomes.
I think so.
I really do. I can't say I
don't like his flopping or complaining.
Okay, look, I think the flopping was really, I would do the same thing as him. I'm not gonna lie. When you're getting hit pretty much not really out of bounds, you want to try to force that.
That one was bad,
dude.
That
was bad. I would be a D1 actor just flying out of bounds.
Wait, was that what happened in on that huddle clip?
Yes.
We were celebrating.
No, that when you actually killed me. A bit. We'll show the fans that.
Can we put that up?
Well, yeah.
I'll put that up right now.
I'll put that up right here. Let me go ahead and
right now.
But yeah, what you saw is me getting killed at what was it? JV 8th grade year of mine.
I think so.
Jeez,
where were we playing? I don't even remember.
We're playing at MRA. When
okay.
Colin or Scott
got a fumble.
Yeah, Scott got a fumble, started returning it back.
Yeah.
I can start to see that in my mind.
You gotta look to the left of your screen. Everyone that's watching, it's at like the very end on the left side.
Yeah.
You'll see it. You will see it. You will not miss it.
We're gonna move on here to our the other segments we have here that we've implemented that just to make it fun for us, fun for y'all. We're gonna go to the top 10 wide receivers following this past season. We just picked wide receivers because I think it's the most in-depth position that has a lot of controversy to it, and it makes a cool graphic. So, I'm gonna start first. You should see a reel on this too of us a different take, but that's the point. I'm gonna go number 1, Jamar Chase. Just based off the season alone, Jamar Chase 1.
Triple Crown.
Yeah. Jay Jettis 2. Puka Nacua 3. I know you got injured, but I will die on that.
That's bad.
CeeDee Lamb 4. Amon-Ra St. Brown 5. Scary Terry 6. I don't care how he was this season. Tyreek Hill 7.
Oh.
I don't care how he was this season. That one may come back and bite me. Nico Collins 8. Garrett Wilson 9. Jackson Smith the Jigba 10.
Okay.
Crazy to say that. I'll take it.
Let's see. Yeah, a lot of those guys missed games. It was hard. This was a very hard list. I think this is one of the pinnacle times to be a fan of receivers. There's so many elite receivers. There's 20 to 25 guys I was considering at the very early stages of making this list. I tried to go based off of this season.
Yeah.
Because some guys we think of, he's a top 10 receiver. We're thinking about like years past. They might be a little washed now. They might have been injured, bad situations, all those things. I tried to go off of that. A couple guys I was surprised that you didn't have, but I'll just go down and just we can talk about it after. So my number 1 is going to be Jamar Chase. Yeah. It's not really debatable after the season he had, Triple Crown, like I said. Number 2, I'd have Jettis. Number 3, I would have Amon-Ra. Number 4, I would have Drake London. And then number 5, I would put BTJ. Hear me out. After the year he had as a rookie, I'd have CeeDee Lamb at 6. 7, I would have Malik Neighbors. 8, I would have JSN. 9, I would have Terry. And then 10, I would still have AJ Brown. I cooked.
We're gonna move on here. We're gonna move on here. I'm not saying much. I'm not saying much for your list. I'm not. We're not gonna get into this. We're not gonna get into this debate.
I'm gonna put the stats on the graphic, and we're gonna see.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, when you're making a top 10 wide receiver list, I understand this season. I do. But you do got to take credit in years past, like Tyreek Hill. He was injured this season. Tua was awful. Didn't play half the season.
Brian Thomas had Mac Jones.
Last year alone.
Neighbors had Daniel Jones.
Last year
Drew
alone.
Lock, Tommy DeVito.
Last year alone, he had 17,000 yards by week 8. Week 8.
Where was he this year? He did not have a better season at this stage. You cannot say he's better.
He's at number 7 for a reason. He's not like at the pinnacle. And where's Puka Nacua?
Where's Drake London?
Drake London's 11.
Where's Drake London?
I did forget Drake London. Okay, fight me. I forgot to put him on there. Okay, fight me. Sue me. He would actually take Garrett Wilson's spot. Okay, sue me.
Where's Brian Thomas in Neighbors? Where's Brian Thomas in Neighbors?
Top 15. Neighbors top 20. That's fine. Look. We debate a lot. Whatever.
I'll put the stats on the graphic and people can decide.
That's fine. That's
who cooked.
I cooked. Whatever. All right. Next year we have. We said last week we were gonna do our top 5 QB draft, and so here it is right now. This is the top 5 QBs that we think that are going to be just ranked. It's probably mostly the same. I know how Gabe feels really strongly about Shedeur Sanders. So you might not have him on the list knowing him. But I'm going to go first. Cameron Ward 1. Shedeur Sanders 2. Quinn Ewers 3. Jalen Milroe 4. And then Kyle McCord 5. How do you feel about that?
I think McCord's going back to the college, but I could be wrong.
I don't. I think he's.
I'm not sure.
I think he is.
Not sure.
If not, I don't know who I would place that with.
I was gonna have. Well, I have like an honorable mention. I'll just get to it when I get to the bottom. So I have Cam Ward at number 1. I have Shedeur at number 2, and I think there's a gap at that point.
Very big gap.
Even though those aren't like perfect prospects.
Very big
Number
gap.
3, I would have Ewers. And then 4, I would have Jackson Dart.
Oh,
5
I forgot
is where I would probably put Dylan Gabriel, and that's a tough one. I just don't like Jalen Milroe. Jalen Daniels was actually in my mind, but then I realized he was going back to Kansas. I like Jalen Daniels. I do. Respect Jalen Daniels, dude. Come on. Brian Farmer's at receiver.
As a quarterback in the NFL, no, I'm not. No, I'm not respecting
He's
that.
better than Jalen Milroe. He's going to be better than Jalen Milroe in the NFL.
No.
I promise you.
I highly doubt it.
Oh.
No, Jalen Milroe has such a high ceiling at quarterback.
Jalen Daniels does.
Jalen Daniels is almost 22, 23. Jalen Milroe's 21.
What? So?
That's
Jaden Daniels. How old is Jaden Daniels?
That's fine.
It doesn't matter age. Bo Nix is old. Michael Penix is old.
That's different.
It doesn't matter.
Bo Nix is already a well-sounded quarterback going into this. He is 22.
So is Jaden Daniels.
He'll be 24 at the time of next year's draft.
That's not unheard of.
That's
been done.
It's not, but I don't...
Joe Burrow was like 24.
But Joe Burrow, that's a completely different conversation.
You're talking about age being a big factor here.
It is. When you really think about it, it is.
No, if you're ass or not. That's what matters.
And Jalen Daniels is not that good.
He's not ass.
He's not that
ass.
He's not that
and
good.
Jalen Milroe's ass.
Jalen Milroe is ass, but I'm going off potential. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I did forget Jackson Dart. I do think he will be good. I'll probably take him over McCord. I did think, but
Look, this is a bad class, man. This is just a bad class. It doesn't matter.
We know the top 3, and that's really about it.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, we're gonna go on to our first team All Pro for ours, for mine and his. I really think a lot of ours is probably gonna be the same.
The one they released wasn't a bad list when I looked at it. It actually was.
It really was about like the same as mine. It's a lot of really kind of technical stuff. I'll go start.
I didn't do special teams.
I did not do special teams.
Okay.
I forgot to do that. But yeah, I'll go start here. Quarterback would be Lamar Jackson. Running back, Saquon Barkley. Fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. Wide receiver, Jamar Chase. Justin Jefferson. Tight end, Brock Bowers. The line in order go Jordan Mailata, Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Chris Lindstrom, Penei Sewell. My 2 ends is Trey Hendrickson, Myles Garrett. My 2 defensive tackles is Jalen Carter, Chris Jones. And my nose tackle is Mr. Sexy Dexy. Linebackers, I have Fred Warner and Zach Bond. Cornerbacks, I have Patrick Stingley Patrick Surtain and Stingley. Free safety, I have Xavier McKinney. And strong safety, I have Kyle Hamilton. And if you want to get technical, I'll do kicker, Brandon Aubrey, punter, probably...
You missed slot, too. That's a new position they added.
Slot corner?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to think of one while you go.
Okay. The one they picked wasn't bad. I have a different one, but... So, man, we do have a lot of the same, but... QB, I would have Lamar. Running back, I would have Saquon. Fullback, I went Ricard, but Hughes check Ricard. I think those are kind of the 2 best fullbacks, so I'm okay with either. Receivers, I believe it's 3, so I did Chase, Jettis, and I also had Amon-Ra. Tight end, I actually have George Kittle. Bowers was really good. George Kittle was almost as good in less games. And more touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go in order on the line. It's Tristan Wirfs, Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, Elton Jenkins, and then also Lane Johnson. Defensively, I would have Trey and Miles as my edge rushers. Interior defensive line, I would have Leonard Williams and Chris Jones. Linebacker, it's Fred Warner, Zach Bond, and then I gave the third one to Frankie Louvu.
Yeah.
There were a couple guys contending, but I would give Frankie as the third one. Corners, same 2, Surtain and Stingley. Slot, I would give Spoon. Humphrey was close, but I would go Witherspoon. And then safety, I had Jesse Bates and Xavier McKinney.
Okay, so definitely I do want to say something. No Jalen Carter. I think he was consistent on first team All Pro in my mind.
Leonard Williams was first in sacks for DTs, 16 to tackle for loss for DTs, 55 pressures, which was 6th, 41 stops, which was 2nd, 15 QB hits, which was also 2nd. He also had a 92-yard pick 6. So
okay,
he also missed games as well.
That's fair. I'll give you that. For my slot, I actually would take Trent McDuffie for my slot. I just want to point that one out.
Did he play outside this year though?
I was looked up. It said he played a lot more slot this year, unless I am mistaken. I
know Spoon's like almost exclusively slot at this point. I believe.
If it's not true, I would do Spoon as well, as I do love Witherspoon. But honestly, no matter how you look at it, it's 2 really good lists. I
think so.
Our offensive lines are different. But I also, it's just kind of how it is. And then we're gonna go to our new favorite game. Is guess the player. Gabe's gonna have some random NFL player. And I'm kind of scared.
If you know ball, you should know.
I gave you an easy one. I gave you an easy one. All right,
I didn't want to do that though.
That's fair. That's fair.
I went a level down for sure. It's not as easy.
Okay.
I think you should get it.
I do know ball.
I did bullet points in like order of hints.
Okay. But
I don't know which ones are more helpful. I know the first one's really basic. You're gonna have absolutely no idea, most likely.
Okay.
So this is a receiver.
Oh gosh. Can I just give a guess out real quick? Calvin Ridley.
Okay. No. Okay. Well, I will give you the years that he played.
Okay.
To give you an idea, 2001 to 2014.
Oh gosh. Oh.
No, you know ball. I know you're gonna get this.
Oh, my brain already hurts. Marquise Colston.
I will also say this. No.
Okay.
That would have been too easy.
Fair.
Because the real knew about Marcus Colston. Played college at Miami.
Okay.
He was a first-round draft pick to one team. He played for that first team for 4 years. He's more known for the second team that he was traded to, where he played the rest of his career.
Okay.
He had I'll give you his stats. Over 10,000 career yards, 66 touchdowns. So he was really good. Played for those two teams, and that's it. He was a 2-time Pro Bowler with his second team that he was with. And he had 4 total 1,000-yard receiving seasons. And then I'll just go ahead and say it. He played in the AFC East and the NFC East.
Okay, so 2 different teams. Miami
Went to Miami.
played the AFC East first.
Yes.
Then he went
Where
to
he was
the
drafted.
NFC East.
More remembered there in the NFC East.
No, he got drafted to the Cardinals. I was thinking Bolden. He got drafted to the Cardinals, though. Was he drafted to the Cardinals? No, he was definitely drafted to the Cardinals because he had an all-time rookie season.
I will give you the first team if you're absolutely necessary.
I mean,
not the second team.
AFC
I don't know if I can give you the second team yet.
AFC East. Okay.
He was drafted to the Jets. First round pick.
I got this. I know I got this.
I know you know ball. The real new.
I do know ball.
The real new.
So the only problem about this 2001 Miami Hurricane class, that's 38. I want to say draft picks. Dude, why am I thinking like Philip Dorsett? That's dude. What a pull in that name. Hold on, what a pull in that name. Okay, so NFC East, he got drafted to the Jets.
Yes. Pro Bowler with the second team that he was with.
Only 1 Pro Bowl?
2.
2 Pro Bowls. Okay, 2 Pro Bowls. Almost
with the second
10,000 yards and 66.
He was good. He was very good.
I know ball. Trust. I know ball. Trust.
I have one last major hint, and you should get it almost immediately, but that's like red alert, emergency, you need help kind of hint.
See,
how many NFC East receivers do you know? That's the question from that time.
Dude, I'm trying to think of AFC East receivers from that time. Good gosh.
I would lean to the thinking about him in the NFC East is where I would go.
Because more well known for the second team in NFC East. So NFC East is made up of the Seattle.
Nope, that's West.
Oh shoot. East is
Seattle's on the West Coast.
Oh yeah. Good job, Jacob. Oh, this is already a great start.
I mean, the divisions are screwed. The Cardinals were in the NFC East for a long time.
Oh gosh. Oh Lord.
He's not a member of the Cardinals. This was after.
I do.
It's the same 4 teams it is now. Well, kind of.
I will get this. 2001 NFL draft. Man,
I give
only
you the second team.
No, don't give me the second team. That's gonna give away.
Okay.
The guy that I keep my brain just wants to give a hint of is freaking Jonathan Vilma, because of course he played for Miami, he got drafted to the Jets, but that was in 2004, I believe.
And he was a linebacker.
He was also
not a receiver.
He was also a linebacker. It's on the tip of my tongue. As well.
I think you know. You have to know about this guy. There's no way you don't.
NFC. Oh no. Oh, it was Santana Moss in my mind, but that's not right. Oh, it is Santana Moss. Yes. I was like, wait. Did he play for wide receiver? Did he play for Miami? And I'm like, wait.
My last hit was played with RG3.
Okay. Yeah, I would have got that one.
You would have got that. He would have got that.
Oh, NFC East.
No, he was a dog. He was a dog.
What a pull. What a pull. Man,
that was. He's a baller. He was underrated.
I gotta try to think of one. I gotta think of a good one for NBA. But man, I can't believe I didn't get that sooner. That's awful. I need to get better.
All right.
Time for a little debate time. Of course, like we know, y'all know, me and Gabe like to debate. So we have this has been brought up between us before, if I'm not mistaken. Is the top 5 fruits. I've since changed it up because I since cultured myself of fruits.
No, I agree.
So here's my top 5. Bananas, number 1. Grapes, number 2. Strawberries, number 3. Pineapples, number 4. Cantaloupe, number 5. God, I love cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe's a good pull.
I will die on this hill. Watermelon is not a top 5 fruit. It is seasonal.
No.
I will die on that hill. Plain and simple.
Strawberries are seasonal too, but
I don't care.
Okay.
They're so much better. But they're good. They're better. Like they're better more parts throughout the year than. Don't worry about that.
You get that big serving size of just a nice slice of watermelon. Come on, that doesn't excite you. That doesn't move something.
But like a good cup strawberries with some sugar on top in the morning.
I'm saying they're both good.
That's my toast. Okay, that's fine.
They're both good.
Okay,
strawberry is an honorable mention for me, but it's not quite. These aren't ranked either. This and the next segment, I don't have them ranked, but banana. Yeah, I think that has to make a top 5.
Banana is top 5. I think it's just too much of a power futures not to have, in my eyes.
The potassium, come on.
We love potassium right here.
I have blueberries. I do have watermelon. I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. Kiwi, underrated.
I'll give you that as an honorable mention for me. Honorable mention.
And then I would also have tangerine satsuma, kind of those have to make it. Those have to. A good tangerine, dude.
No.
Oh my god.
No, like tangerine, oranges. I'm gonna put those in the same group together.
No, they're different.
Okay, that's fine.
They're different.
They're different. Okay, fine. Satsumas, tangerines. Okay, are better than oranges, right? We agreed on that one.
To me.
Okay, that's fine. It's agreeable. Tangerines, Satsumas are not top 5. We've been through this one multiple times already.
No.
Yes, we've been through this.
Are they at least honorable? They have to be honorable for you.
Maybe. They may be top 10. They may be top 10. I'll give them that.
I would also have I would have blackberries and strawberries as honorable mentions. Blackberries are underrated.
Blackberries are good. I love blackberries.
They are very good.
Do not like raspberries. Raspberries are no good. No raspberries, no good. Blackberry, good.
Raspberries are fine. They're not great.
Whatever.
They're not going to sniff a top 10 spot for me, but they're fine.
I mean, they're
on the tolerable line.
I'll take it. That's it. But this is what I'm actually really excited for is the fast food. Not in order because I didn't order these either. Actually, they're kind of in order of how I think of top 5. Whataburger is a top 5 fast food. Taco Bell, Chipotle, Wendy's.
Oh no!
Oh, this gonna get you ready. Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's. No.
Wendy's. McDonald's to end off. McDonald's is a top 5
no.
fast. Yes, dude. I don't care. I'll go off nostalgia. McDonald's is in the deal app. I'm gonna just point in the deals of the app. They give you so much rewards for just ordering a milkshake.
One of mine's gonna be polarizing, so I'll allow it. You're either gonna love it or you're not. Like I think there's a line. I'll save it for last. So I would have Chick-fil-A, my top 5.
That's fair.
I thought that was a snub by you.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a snub.
No.
That was definitely a snub. 2, I kind of tried to do they're 5 different, depending on what I want. These are kind of the best for what I want. 2 would have Papa John's. It's probably my top pizza place. Pizza Hut's also very good. Domino's is a little overrated. And then you have Little Caesars, which is trash. Panda Express, I would have in my top 5. That's a sleeper. No. That's not worse than Wendy's. That is not.
What are you talking about? Dude,
Wendy's sucks.
I'm walking away.
I should have. You're lucky I didn't.
I'll walk away just because the Panda.
That wasn't even my controversial one.
The Panda Express on my campus is so ass. There's not even
ours is good. Ours just opened, so it's good.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, keep going.
I love Panda Express. Five Guys. Expensive, but it's elite. Okay, what?
All right. If I want $20 for a greasy burger and a good fries for a greasy burger,
no, the burger's underrated.
I would gladly.
No, you're hating on the burger.
I would gladly spend $20 for a greasy burger.
I said it was overpriced, but it's still good. The food is good. The food is. You can't say it isn't.
It isn't.
No.
The only thing
you have Wendy's, McDonald's.
The thing
I don't
good
really care.
at
you have Wendy's.
The good thing at Five Guys is the peanuts.
They don't even know how to make chicken nuggets at Wendy's, man. They don't even know how to work a fryer.
Whatever.
Like, my fries were so bad when I went last time. Horrible.
Dude, the fries at Chains are so much better. Just keep. What was your... We have one more?
Popeyes.
Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I love Popeyes. I do. And it not make top 5, but I do love Popeyes. I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank God.
I'm okay with that.
That was the only one we had that we agreed, I think.
Dude, how do you not like Taco Bell? Okay, let me. So I asked the Delts this question.
It's the same ingredients. The tacos are so depressing when they open them. It's just
the
like
chalupa
the most
is
heinous. Oh,
okay, I asked the Delts the same question. Of
now the cinnamon balls with cream. Oh,
some say it makes me feel something. Some say it makes me feel something.
Those are elite.
So I asked the Delts. Of course, they asked objectively or preferably, just because obviously it's a kind of best thing. Here's what we got for the best fast food chain. Taco Bell got about 4 times, which I completely agree with that. I'm okay with that. Whataburger got a couple times. I love Whataburger. This is the one that actually was well thought. Chick-fil-A. It's the best fast food restaurant because it offers consistently high quality tender chicken that's always perfectly seasoned with exceptional customer service and a commitment to excellence.
And a kick-ass lemonade too.
Not lemonade is better, by the way, but
yeah.
That's not a conversation you're ready.
We're not going to get into that.
That's not a conversation.
That's
you're ready
next
for.
episode.
Okay. It's not a conversation you're ready for. It's okay. I understand it. It's okay.
I can't understand the sugar, man. I don't get it. Can't handle the sugar.
It's just how it is. But whatever. I mean,
can't handle the sugar, man.
Fine.
That's next episode.
But whatever. We're not going to get into that. We're going to argue off screen.
Next episode.
We're probably going to find the winner. But guys, of course, and look, we kept it an hour this time, Gabe. Look at us. So proud of us.
Under an hour and 15.
So of course, shorter episodes are coming. As we slowly get a dwindle down of our sports. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. Thanks for watching. We're gonna keep pumping out 2 episodes a week, or at least try to. It's our goal. But probably when the NFL season ends, we're gonna make 1 episode again. It just depends how we feel. We might make an NBA episode longer than usual,
mainly.
But yeah, we're gonna go from there. We're gonna get some MLB content coming up soon. I'm probably gonna say some few things in this next coming episode with the NBA, as college football is of course done. Just to throw some few things out there. For Hey McDowell, golf is not coming. We're not doing golf. I refuse to watch it. No. There's that new league that's I saw. No. We're gonna keep it at that. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Share, comment, subscribe. I don't know what else you do. Hopefully, we get more platforms coming out. Is my goal, like Apple Podcasts. I've been trying to figure out how to do it. But
we'll just upload it there.
Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do our best. But yeah, hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the snow. Enjoy your snow in, and we'll see you.